Sauce on me. I got drip. Flood the rest. It's homage to the.
Hey kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. It's the girl Aneke. How y'all doing or whatever? How y'all doing or whatever? Hey. Hey kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. It's the girl Aneke here on Aneke Budgets, and on here we do cash stuffing, budgeting, paying off debt, and mind our business, and not necessarily in those 4 orders, child, but that's what we do. Okay, so if that's something that you are interested in, baby, consider hitting that subscribe button, because we would love to have you join the family. We love you over here. And if you're an oldie but goodie, welcome back. Welcome back. What's up? Welcome back, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a little excited because this is the first paycheck budget of the year. First paycheck budget of the year, y'all, and we are getting this money right, child, because we ain't got no time to be playing games in 2024. Okay, get into it. If you have not heard it yet, happy new year. If you're not heard it from me, because this might be your first time watching, happy new year. And baby, it's so much excitement going on. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, y'all, so in the midst of my excitement and all the things, this is my paycheck budget sheet, which I have updated, y'all. I made some updates and some changes to it. So now, you know, it's bigger, better, all that good things. So it's 2024. Okay. And I have basically decided that I am going to give it away for free. I'm going to put it in my link down in the description box that you guys have seen before, where I give away the penny challenge printable. This is going to be in there as well. I'm going to be adding some other stuff. So make sure you guys watch me throughout, you know, watch all the videos to see what new thing is added in there. But y'all, I want y'all to be good on y'all budget and do what you need to do as much as I'm trying to do it, baby. So yeah, I decided I'm just going to give this away, and I'm going to give away my entire like budget book thing that I've been doing, because I've been working on it and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I decided, yeah, during Christmas season of giving, so I'm just giving it away. So if you're interested, make sure you click that link down below. But this is what we are going to be using to do our budget today. So baby, you have been watching for a long time, you've seen it, now let's get into it, right? So it's not in a binder yet, y'all, because I'm making my new binder with all the things, and so I gotta print them out and do it. And that's the other thing too, I wanted to make sure that if you only needed like 2 pages or 3 pages or 4 pages, like that's what you have. You ain't got to do all the things, y'all, but you got the things. So let's zoom in and get to le budget. Okay, y'all, so with this being the first budget, like a lot of things is happening, and this check 2 is also my check where I get a little bit more extra cash than what I normally get if you've been watching me for a while. So we got a lot of money to work with, so let's get into it. Now, if this is your first time here, or if it's your first time budgeting at all, everyone does it different. You know, go and watch other YouTubers, see what they see, other budgeters, see what they do, so that you can pick up the tips and tricks and what works for you. But this is what works for me, and so I'm gonna give you guys my tips and tricks of how I do my budget, right? I'm also feeling a little sick, so if I sound like I'm like stuffy, y'all, that's why. For me, I'm in the military, and with the military I do get paid salary. So this is what I get paid for the entire year. It never changes, nothing new under the sun, but I still budget my money because it might be, you know, changes or whatever that happens. Now, with this being my first paycheck, and I did have a anniversary that increased my check, I don't know what my official check is gonna be until my next paycheck. But what we received this year, or this paycheck for first, my salary was $1,096. Okay, so that's what I'm working with for salary. Now I do get paid more than this, and what I end up doing is that I created a transfer, and it's a transfer that happens at the beginning of the month, so usually with this check, and it goes to my bank account, and it has the amount for all my bills, right? So that's why this is called bills account. And the total that's transferred every month on the 1st is $2,900. So I set that up. That includes my mortgage, car payment, all of my expenses basically comes out of this bills account, and which every month gets $2,900, and so everything just comes out automatically on automatic withdrawal, or I pay to my credit card if my credit card gets used to pay for it. So that's something that I do, so I don't have to think about my bills. I don't have to worry about what I'm doing, what's going to get paid, because I'd already budgeted and set the money aside with this $2,900 to pay all my bills, child. So ain't nothing to worry about. And then this salary of this $1,096, or just any salary that I have, if you see it on here, will usually be the money that I use to do my cat stuffing, saving challenges, all of those. So the fun money and the, you know, bills money does not get mixed at all. So that's what I do. But after you've done all that, writing out all of your income sources, both of those for me comes up to $3,996, and that is what I am working with for my first paycheck, and partially for the month, because my bills account runs for the entire month, and I'll get into that once I go through all the things, right? So that is my income. Now we're going to move down to expenses down here. This section for me, everybody can do it different, but this section for me is all the bills that comes out of my bills account, because like I said, I don't mix my fun money with my bills money. So this expenses section for me only includes expenses that comes out of my bills account. Other people might do it different, where they combine all of their funds here and they just take money out and then they go through the rest of the budget form. But I don't like to mix mine, and mine's automatic payment, and I know it pays all my bills, so it just works out for me. So I'm going to write down all of my expenses that is going to come out of my bills account. That will be underneath here, and then I'll come back, y'all. So as you guys can see, under my expenses, I now have all of my expenses that I will be paying for the month out of this paycheck. Now, people, like I said, some people budget differently, where they budget their expenses based on their paycheck. I'm sorry, let me back up. They budget whatever they receive as their paycheck. So if they receive this $3,996, they budget for all their expenses that falls within that first paycheck cycle. So let's say someone gets paid twice a month. If their first paycheck happens on the 1st, then they budget for all their bills that happens from the 1st through the 15th, and then they budget whatever other bills they have from the next paycheck, which happens on the 16th, through the end of the month, right? Some people, if they have big bills like their mortgage or rent or car payment, they might do half on their first paycheck and then half on the second paycheck and pay like that. For me, I have the flexibility of putting whatever expenses wherever I want it to go, because this bills account comes on the 1st. This bills account money comes on the 1st, so I have it for the entire month that pays everything. So what I do is all the bills that would come out on the 1st, like the first week of the month, I put those on here because those are automatic and they're gonna come out anyways. And then I also put my big bills as well on here. So my mortgage is due on the 1st. So that's an automatic withdrawal. So that's why that's there, as well as all of these other ones. My dad, which is Merrick right here, he comes out on the 1st and the 16th for both of my paychecks, because I do get paid twice a month. So I put him here as well. And then I also put my Navy Federal credit card, even though it falls on my second salary check, but my third like budget check, because I do also get rental income. But yeah, so it falls on the 18th, but I like to pay it early, child. Like, get it out of the way so I don't, you know, spend money from this account that's not supposed to be spent, child. So by the time I'm finished, I usually get to a specific number at the end of this budget, which you guys will see what that number is, and I will then explain to y'all at the end how I know that this is supposed to be the number should be, right? And then my car payment's due on the 26th, but it's a big bill. It's $401, so I like to pay it up early, up front, get it over with, done, finito, right? So I'm gonna write in all my budget amounts, the numbers that all these bills come to, and then we're gonna put the total and what we have remaining to work with. Okay, y'all, so these are all my bills for the month, what I pay towards them that happens. Well, these are all the bills that I pay at the beginning off of the first paycheck, you could say. And so yeah, and this comes up to a total of $2,369.33. So that is all of these bills that come out of here, and this is, like I said, $2,369.33. So if all of these expenses comes out of my bills account of $2,900, again, I'm good because I budgeted, and taking that into consideration when I put this amount as what I want to be the monthly transfer to me, so that I can, you know, be good for paying these bills. So with that, I do have a remainder of $1,626.67 to work with. And now we're going to go down to my cash envelopes, and these are what I keep in physical cash, while again my expenses are in digital cash, you know, in the bank account. There are digital budgeters. So Journey to Wisdom and Health does do digital budgeting, and she does cash envelope budgeting. So baby, you know, if you're a digital person, go ahead and check her out. I'm not a digital person. I need to feel all my money, but she does also do cash envelopes. So she and me are the same when I think about it, because we do a mixture of both. So we the same, we just do it differently. But if you want to see a digital budgeter and how she does her budget, go ahead and check her channel out. But yes, so my cash envelopes that I am using are my groceries, gas, allowance, toiletries, household, and hair care. Okay, so these are my 6 cash envelopes that I will be using. If I need to add some, I'll add some. If I don't, I don't. But these are my cash envelopes. And so for groceries, I'm going to stick to my regular that I was sticking to before, even though I did have a paycheck increase. But again, I don't know what that amount is. But I'm going to stick to the $150 because, girl, get it together. You can do this. And then for gas, I'm going to do $60 for the next 2 weeks, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be driving to my gym, which is across town, and that's going to use a whole lot of gas. So yeah, because I do have a little bit of extra money, I am giving myself an extra $5. So my allowance for this check is going to be $15. My toiletries, if you watch my New Year cash stuff in, baby, you know what happened with that. But if not, go ahead and check it out. Then my household is getting $10, and then my hair care is getting $50, because I'm no longer getting braids, y'all, but I will be getting my hair twisted, and so that usually costs me about $45–50, and that's including tip. And so that is basically what we're gonna do. So when you do the calculations for all of these, this is going to come up to $295 for how much I'm going to be stuffing into cash envelopes. Now you might be wondering, hey, how'd you come up to these numbers? How'd you pick them? Like I said, groceries was $150 for me, which is normal, and that's for about 2 weeks, maybe like 12 days. Not fully 2 weeks, but you know, maybe 10 to 12 days. But groceries is $150, and I chose that number because if I meal prep and if I use the food that I actually buy, like, I do not need more than $150. Like, girl, otherwise you're doing too much. Or it might be that I'm buying fruits and vegetables. And you know, child, if you're trying to eat healthy, it's more expensive than if you're trying to eat trash. So yeah, so that's how I came up with my budget for groceries. Gas, like I said, my gym's across town, so again, for that, I usually give myself $10 for allowance, and so I gave myself an extra $5 because I had extra money this month. Usually my salary is $540, but it's $1,096, so I do have some extra money to work with, so I gave myself a little bit of wiggle room. Toiletries and household must have something in there. Not too little, not too much, because I constantly, every check I put money in there. or I try to put money in there every check, because those toiletries and households, they're constant, because this buys laundry detergent, and you know them babies is expensive. So last time I did my 6-month supply, I spent, I want to say, almost $200, because I do buy my stuff in bulk. And I also am gonna need to buy laundry detergent soon, so that's why household's getting money. And then I'm gonna expend for my hair care. I am getting my hair done, which is gonna charge about $50. So that is how you do the calculation of how much money to put in your envelopes. You literally be real with yourself. Girl, what you gonna do? Why you gonna do it? Do you think this is realistic? You eat. Are you gonna eat? You need to cook what you cook, so that's why you be spending. You going across town, make sure you got gas. You got your hair done. You know how much it costs. Do you like those things? So talk it out. Like, see exactly what you would be doing to either need more money in an envelope or less money in an envelope. And that's how I came up, or that is what I would recommend to do, to come up with how much you should budget for your envelopes. But this is my cash envelopes total, which is $295. And so if I subtract this $295 from this $1626.67, I have a remaining balance of $1,331.67. That is what I have remaining. And so we are going to now transfer up to our sinking funds, which is our physical savings, and then everything else is digital savings. So sinking funds, like I said, it's kind of fiscal savings, and that's basically what it is. But sinking funds in itself too is you preparing for the one-off life scenarios, right? So your birthday happens once a year, so you're like, okay, we have a year, we have 12 months to save for this, okay? Car maintenance, child, we never know when your car is gonna need some fixing, but we do know that we have oil changes that usually happens about 3 to 4 months, depending on how much you drive your car. And then you might want to go on a trip, so you have travel, you have family birthdays you want to save for, things like those. So that's what sinking funds are. They're like 6 months forward. You're looking ahead to see like what is coming up, and so then you start saving little by little for those. So I am going to write out my sinking funds, and then I will be back. Okay, so I've written out my sinking funds, and we do have 2 new players in the game, okay? Well, 3 new players in the game, actually. We have 3 new players in the game. So the first one is car insurance, because I could put it in car maintenance, but baby, that ain't realistic. And they have 2 different jobs, so it didn't make sense for me to break down my car maintenance, which requires me doing repairs, all of those, and my car insurance, which happens 6 months at a time, which I need to pay that funds for it. So I did break them out, but car insurance is one. I do have now home maintenance, because baby, okay, there is things that will happen with this house that I need to pay for. And so yes, home maintenance is the next one that is new. And then family visits, which is different from travel. Okay, travel has to do with me, but if I have to visit family, then this is what this is for. So I separated the 2 because I wanted to make sure that I'm saving for things I want to do and then going to see my family at the same time. So we're doing all the things, right? So clothing, let's not start there, but car maintenance, let's start there. So car maintenance, I'm giving $20. Travel, I'm gonna give $5. Sorry, the camera stopped, y'all. Travel, I'm gonna give $15, not $5. Clothing, I'm gonna give $100. Car insurance for the first dip is gonna get $10. My birthday is gonna get $5. I try to keep these even. Family birthday is gonna get $5. Emergency fund, you know, she always gotta get her coins, so she's getting $30. Home maintenance is getting $10. And family visit as a first time is getting $5. So when you do the calculations of all of my sinking funds, I come up to a total of 200. So 200. And so if I subtract this 200 from this 1331.67, I am left with $1,131.67. Okay, so that is my sinking funds, how much I'm going to put towards those binders. Now, next is my additional savings, child, because baby. Okay, so the first thing is my saving challenges. I am writing down my saving challenges, and then if you're an oldie but goodie, okay, you notice something is missing from sinking funds, and that is my 1 month ahead envelope. And that is because I decided to make a 1 month ahead binder. I decided to separate it out because it's gonna have specific things that my 1 month ahead is saving for. So like I said, I separated out my 1 month ahead binder, and so that is what is underneath my additional savings. And I am gonna be putting $239 towards my saving challenges, and I'm gonna put $62 towards my 1 month ahead. I am putting bank towards savings apparently, and so that total is $301. Okay, and so from my 1131.67, take away this $301, I am left with $830.67. And now we come down to my additional debt portion, y'all. So these are an additional debt that I'm paying, but these are things that has to be done this month. So my first thing that I have to do is my house power wash, y'all. I do have to pay additional funds because I did not get my house power wash in time, and my HOA is like, girl, play with this if you want to. Again, not play with HOA because y'all not gonna put this lien on my house, all these things. I can't do it. So my house power wash is gonna charge me $250 to do. I did not know house power washing was so expensive, but it is. So house power washing is $250, and then I am going to put some additional money on my Navy Fed credit card, and I'm gonna pay this HOA fee. Okay, so both of these are gonna get $50 each, and so y'all, I think I messed up. I think I messed up, y'all, on my budget, because this is supposed to be $100 and it's not. So what we gonna do to fix all of this, we not gonna put anything additional towards my Navy Fed credit card. We just gonna put $50 towards my HOA fee, which is what it is. And so my total is $300. And so that leaves me with a remainder of $530.67. Yeah, guys, this was supposed to be $100, but for whatever reason, my brain just said 50. And yeah. So I have a remaining of $530, and then this is the bottom for the categories. So my income source was $3,996. My expenses was $1,626.67. No, that's not what it is. That's not what it is, girl. It's not what it is. It was $2,000. Ciao. Hello. Not what that was, girl. My expenses was $2,369.33. My cash envelopes was $295. My sinking funds was $200. My additional savings was $301, and my additional debt was $300. which leaves me with $530.67. And this $530.67 is what we estimate to be our carryover. So for this bills account that you guys see here that has a $2,900, it should have $530.67 because only the expenses should have came out of it. So let me show you real quick. If I do $2,900 minus my expenses is $2,369.33, $530.67, y'all. $530.67, and that is literally what I will have in my bank account after I pay all my bills, and also what we have at the end of this budget. So I will write over here, carry over BA, which is my bills account, is $530.67, and that is what the notes section is for, because I think this is essential. There will be so many changes, updates, and all things that you do on your budget. And so in order for you to get it right, you know, and remember stuff, because you'll be making changes as you go ahead, in order to do that, you know, the best way possible, you got to have somewhere to write notes, to make changes, and to jog your memory of all the things. So that's why this note section is here. But that is my January 1 budget broken down. Lord, I thought that was so much, but I had to break it down for everyone who was new, who needed to know how to budget, who needed help, all that good jazz. I had to do the breakdown of all the things. But y'all, first paycheck budget is done. And so I will see y'all tomorrow for the Can't Stop Fam, because get into it, okay? Get into it. So yeah, y'all. Without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you consider hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, your girl is out here in pajamas because she's comfortable. Get you this freebie, print it, use it, do what you need to do, baby. And yeah, I hope it's beneficial and help you on your journey to that freedom, to paying off debt, to balance, to managing your money better, all the good things. So again, it is linked down in the description box. So go ahead and enjoy. Yeah, like the video and leave your 2 cents, your comment down there as well. So yeah, boom, bada, bang. But that's it, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Aneke, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.
How you wanna do it? How you wanna get it? I'm out that, out of my mind. Can't even talk, can't even walk. Bad little thing, but she ain't